Happy Halloween, everybody. Sorry I haven't done a video in a while, but I seem to have lost my head the last few weeks. But I think things are going back to normal. So let's check out some awesome funk.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're ready to get funkin' crazy in here, because I'm about to get funkin' crazy in here. So, let's funkin' go. So this groove is actually an original funk groove of mine. It's got a lot of ghosting going on. For those that don't know what ghosting notes are, it's basically when you're playing a note much softer or lower in volume than the rest of the other notes. So this particular groove is going to have an eighth note pattern on our hi-hat with our right hand. So that's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's how we would count eighth notes. And basically we're going to have a whole bunch of 16th notes filling in with our left hand on the snare. And a lot of them are ghosted, and there are a couple of accents in there also. Now this is what's called a 2-bar phrase, and for those of you that don't know what that is, it means that the groove basically cycles or starts to repeat every 2 bars. Now this particular groove doesn't really change that much over the 2 bars. The only thing that really happens is in the second bar we have one hi-hat opening, and that's really the only difference in the groove. So every other bar we have a hi-hat opening up in the groove. So let's get right to it, okay? I'm going to play it extremely slowly, and I'm going to break it down into groups of 16th notes, like 1 E and okay, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So we're basically kind of sounding out the whole groove, okay? So you want to take it nice and slow. So I'm going to go really slow with this. Now if you guys want to read along, you can find the transcription to this groove at www.kindbeatsdrums.com. So you could head over there, and that might make life easier for you depending on whether or not you're comfortable reading. So I had a quick demonstration of this groove at the beginning of the lesson just so you could see what it was like, alright? I'm going to play it one more time, and then what we're going to do is break it down into the 16th notes. Okay, so now it's important to realize that throughout this entire groove, the hi-hat stays the same. I'm using my right hand. You might be left hand dominant, so you might want to use your left. That's up to you. For me, it's my right hand playing on the hi-hat. And it's just staying straight eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, that's going to stay the same the entire time. So the only thing that's changing is going to be my bass drum foot and my snare hand. Okay? So let's just look at the first group of 16th notes. 1 E and 1 E and Again, it's 1 E and One more time. 1 E and And so now we go to the 2 E and which would be this. 2 E and Okay, again. 2 E and One more time. 2 E and Okay, so now if we put the 1 E and 2 E and together, we have this so far. 1 E and 2 E and Again. 1 E and 2 E and One more time. 1 E and 2 E and Now let's look at the 3 E and 3 E and Again. 3 E and One more time. 3 E and So now let's take a look at 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and together. We have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and Again, okay, even slower. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and now we're going to add in 4 E and So first, let's just look at the 4 E and by itself. We have 4 E and Okay, again, that's 4, E, and okay. Now let's put it together. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, again, I'll do it a little slower. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now, when I was breaking down the groove just now for you guys, when we were going over it slowly, I wasn't actually accenting and ghosting my notes. I was playing everything at the same volume. And that's just to make it easier for you at first when you're trying to get the actual coordination or the sticking happening. Once you get comfortable with the groove, that's when you should start to really focus on the dynamics, making the hits get softer and louder, you know, the ghosting and the accented hits. So really make sure that you pay attention to that when you're working on this groove. But first, just try and make sure that you're getting the groove down, okay? Now, like I mentioned before, this particular groove is what's called a 2-bar phrase, okay? And I also mentioned that it doesn't really change much over the 2 bars. This groove is basically the same exact groove, except in the second bar, you're going to open a hi-hat on the end of 3. Other than that, everything is the same. So, in essence, you just learned the entire groove. Now you just have to get used to opening a hi-hat in the second bar, okay? Now, since the first and second bar are basically the same, except for the opening hi-hat on the end of 3, what I'm going to do is, for now, just play the second bar, which is the one where the hi-hat is opening on the end of 3. So now you can get used to playing the first bar without it and the second bar with it. So the second bar would go like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, again. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So now that you have the second bar down where we're opening the hi-hat, you now have the whole phrase. So like I said, get used to putting in the accents and the ghosts, and then that's what really brings out the funk in this groove. So let's put it together. Alright guys, so that's how you play the groove. Now, since I gave you this lesson for free, you have to promise me one thing. You have to give me your word that you're going to go and funk somebody up with this groove. Seriously, because I didn't give this to you guys for you to not go and seriously funk someone up. Alright? Alright. Also, if you guys like this lesson or my other lessons, I am now offering downloadable, purchasable lessons on my site, www.kindbeatsdrums.com, for 99 cents. Under $1. Seriously, you can't even get fries for under $1 anymore, and that's on a dollar menu. So, I mean, come on, man. It's a no-brainer. Go to www.kindbeatsdrums.com, lessons, and start getting your learn on, okay? I will see you guys next time. Until then, practice hard and play harder. Peace.